Okay.
Woo-hoo! It's Ladies Night. Hello, hello. Welcome in, everybody. How's everybody doing tonight? We have got some fun things planned for tonight. I think this is going to be one of our better non-Garrett shows of the night, so let's help make that happen.
He may be in the background though, kind of peeking in, possibly.
I
You never know.
wondered. I'd be surprised if he was able to stay away. Oh, he's already here. There's a comment.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. All right, Garrett. Hopefully we got this. Ladies got Garrett locked in the closet.
I mean, there's a door behind Liberty there. It's
Wouldn't
very
you like to
conspicuous
know
door.
what's behind door number 4? We've got a lot of regulars tonight, some newbies. I want to say hello to everybody. And of course, we're always stretched all over. We've got David from Manchester, UK. We've got Dean from Minnesota. We've got Oz on tonight, as always. We've got Ellen popping in the comments. What do we got going for us tonight, Julianne?
Oh, just kind of a lax, laid-back chit-chat here, but I'm going to run down our important, lovely announcements. We actually have the Edge Hugger kit back in stock. We still have some of those. We are out of the Shark Boss T-nuts that fit the Shark Track. It's a mouthful. So I'm going to be throwing that link in. Also coming up, you guys really do not want to miss that CNC Summit that's coming up April 2nd and 3rd. It's purely online. You guys can hop in for 2 days of super informational content from like a lot of different creators. I know that they're still pulling people in because I'm getting people asking like, hey, are you guys actually presenting at this thing? What do you think of it? Yeah, we are. So IDC Mana's behind the door. So yeah, they're going to have a lot of informational panels. They're going to have a lot of pre-recorded sessions. Highly recommend that you guys get the paid ticket because that gives you access to view these things after the fact. They do have a free option, but you only get to watch it the day of. So if something happens and pops up, you guys won't be able to review the recordings or see it again. I will throw that link in as well. Let's see. Kyle's new AI course is out. There's also going to be an AI panel at the CNC Summit, which is going to be pretty cool. And Garrett's going to be talking on that one. Let's see. Oh, Greg's going to be on it, and he's going to be talking on a panel. Super awesome.
I know Alex Duffy will be he's doing a presentation, and I believe he's on at least one panel.
I was going to say, I looked through today, and I think Alex is on a panel with Greg and Ryan from Cutting It Close. So that's going to be
awesome.
So yeah, they just announced who was on what. So it's going to be pretty cool. So yeah, I'm going to go ahead and throw that link in so you guys don't miss that. I will throw that Edge Hugger link in. And of course, every single one of these links is going to be in the description. And let's see. Without further ado, I think we can bring on Ellen because unless there's anything else that I forgot to add, I mean, we're going to have our giveaway later in the evening. So yeah, well, let's do it. All right, Miss Ellen.
Here she is, ladies and gentlemen. You may know her as Madra3212. This is the wonderful Ellen. Hello, hello. Welcome to the show. How are you doing tonight?
Feeling pretty cozy in the garage.
Good.
20-some plus inches of snow, so survived that.
Got your heater running?
Both of them. Yeah, it's like 32 degrees, but it's fine. It's winter. It's not spring yet. Yeah, but snowstorm also kicked our butts here in Wisconsin.
Goodness gracious.
Yeah. It's okay. I kept the CNC machine running. I'm like, we might lose power, but what if I don't lose power? Then I wasted that whole day. So.
But what if you don't? Yep, absolutely.
It's okay, because where I left off, I have my coordinates written down just in case. I'm like, okay, this is where I know I can go back to.
Yes, ma'am. Oh, yeah, no, we just got it flurries for half an hour, and then it stops, and then it flurries for half an hour, and then it stops, and then it flurries for half an hour, and then it stops, and it's just freezing cold for no reason.
It happens. It's winter. Mother Nature has a different plan for us.
If there is a plan. maybe it's just emotional outbursts for the month.
Yeah.
So what do we got tonight, ladies?
All right.
I see a lot of people in the chat.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, there's quite a few people in the chat here tonight already. Ellen, for those who don't readily know you, do you want to give a little bit of a rundown of what you do and how you got into this space?
Well, I make jukebox parts for the most part. That was weird to say that way, but for the most part, I make jukebox parts for replacements. Wurlitzer, Seaberg. I know a lot. Rockola. There's more names. I don't really know them because I just make them. They say, this is what I want. This is what I do. Here it goes. Look at that cool jukebox. But yeah, so, and I do tinker with signs and play with other stuff, 3D print, laser. But my money is re-engineering parts and then making them. And they want them on the CNC if at all possible, because the files. So I design it, make it, ship it out. It's
incredible. Cool. And then do you continue to fulfill those orders, or do you then give them the file to fulfill after that?
They get the file. That's where this whole design fee setup thing is, because it takes a really long time to get some of these files. I do my thing and charge them for it because it's not free, and that's fine. But they have like, what are these things called? One of these great big things.
Oh, hard drive
things, disk backup things. It saves all of that stuff. So that is all theirs. So whenever they decide that they want to not have the parts me make the parts anymore, I just give them all this and say, there's the files.
Yep.
So there you go. And it works great because I have repeat parts and all I have to do is go back here. So yeah.
Beautiful.
Yeah, let's make some music.
Woohoo!
Or something that makes the music.
There you go.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, it's warm. I think my honey turned the heat on. I asked him that. He said no. I said, you touched the heat. It was hot. He's like, I don't touch anything in this house. What are you doing? What are you doing? Touching myself?
So my parents fight over the thermostat all the time, and they're on opposite ends.
Well, that's because women are hot and men are cold.
All right. Well, tonight sorry, go ahead.
No.
Tonight, we're going to be chatting about projects that go off track, how to pivot, keep moving forward, creative ways to save a project, any other kind of questions you guys might have along those lines of how Ellen kind of re-engineers things, because she seems very unassuming, but the time, the patience, the intelligence, the work, everything that it takes to put into re-engineering those files is insane. So she is definitely a beautiful resource.
Yeah, it takes a lot of brain power.
I can only imagine. Like, I'm sitting here struggling with an idea of my own, and I'm working on it and then stepping away mad, and then working on it and stepping away mad. And like, this is just something like that I'm wanting to do. And it's, you know, it's just an idea in my head. I have references and stuff, but sitting here and trying to make the pieces work together, but separately, is insane. So I can't imagine having to take like something else and make it work like it's supposed to with another piece, and having to, you know, the measurements. That's just what scares me. I don't like measurements. I don't like measuring things.
I didn't like math either. I did horrible in math. 1 + 1 was 4.
Exactly.
Yes. But yeah, no. See, my idea, my view is creating something out of nothing is more of a challenge to me, because I already know what I have to make. I have to make this. It has to fit this. That's the hard part. But I don't have to come up with, oh, should I give it wings? Or, oh, should I put something there? Or, oh, I couldn't get this component to work right. I have to have this, this, and this. So right. I don't have that struggle unless I'm doing side work.
Yeah.
So
that's fair enough. It's more scary to me to have to like accomplish something exactly, because in my mind, the only person I'm failing if I fail this one is myself, in a sense, you know, because it's the idea that's in my head. So if nobody else can see it, they don't know I failed.
Right.
Whereas your part, if it don't fit, it don't fit.
If it doesn't fit, it's not going to work.
Exactly.
Yeah, back to the precise measurements. Yep. I learned how to use the calipers pretty well. I'm really learning how to use a ruler pretty well. I'm like, okay, precision. It's a whole lot different, let me tell you. Building a deck, like for a patio or a front porch,
right?
You could be off by a 16th, or sometimes I've seen a lot worse. But this, you know, it cannot be, otherwise it is not going to fit into the other part that it needs to go into.
Exactly. Yep.
How do you guys read all these questions every week? Good golly.
That's my job. I just scan the chat. Usually I have the iPad open and I'm like commenting back, but tonight I'm more focused.
Because I see a lot of questions.
Oh yeah, we've got them coming in.
That's what I was about to pop in. We've got Robert Patterson. Hello, Liberty, Julianne, and Ellen. Have you ever cut a part of a letter on a sign that on the edge? I did that perfectly and saved the project today. Hang on. Cut a letter of a sign that on the edge.
On the edge of what?
Like you cut off the edge of the letter, or the edge of the letter hits the edge of the sign. But I'm glad you saved the project today. That's awesome. I would love to hear more about what went wrong and how you saved it, especially when it's like a sign or something and you're going big. You've got a whole piece you're working with. One wrong move, depending upon what you're going for, and it's a lot harder to save, and you've got this huge piece that you wasted. So that's awesome. From Carfy, Ellen, how's your laser learning journey going?
Oh, Lightburn. Lightburn is actually really fun too.
Woo!
Right? Well, I'm rambling on, I know, but the exciting part was I was actually able to incorporate the laser into cutting some of these parts, because there was acrylic parts that needed to get cut out, and I just days and days. That was like the 1,200 piece part order.
Yes.
Days and days and days on the laser. I'm like, oh, I'm so glad I learned how to focus this in.
Yes. Oh my goodness. It really saved you at that moment. That is awesome.
I'm like, yes, I have a laser. And yes, this is going to take so much less time than on the CNC. No taping, no nothing. Yes. But yeah,
Mhm.
yeah, that's going well.
Awesome. Awesome. Keen Stinton. Please show us some of the parts you make.
I was prepared for this. If you really want to see this and watch, take time. This was I'm actually still working on this part. It's been a month and days, or maybe even a little longer. This is it. Ooh.
Makes you want to have a little zoom in camera view of her shop. Like, what's that tool? What's that piece?
I'm like, wait, what's on that shelf?
Right?
Right. And these are big.
I was going to say, that's a lot bigger than the picture even looked.
Oh, yeah. Like, it's a big piece. 40 something. And this is so cool because I'm getting really good at this. So this is what they give me. This is like the original part that got ripped off. And they said, make this. So weeks later, and it's double-sided, well, single-sided, because there's like a little rabbit in here, all the way only up to a certain point here.
Oh, I see it.
And then there's another little rabbity thing here too. Well, I grabbed the other side because there's a left and a right to this.
Oh, okay.
But if you look at this.
Oh my goodness. Oh, and you can see your did you call the rivet there.
Almost to the exact
oh my god,
exact down to the very bottom.
That is incredible, Ellen. Oh my god.
And there is no like directions on what kind of, how big this radius. You have to measure everything, and there we go, using the tools that you have. But it's cool. I still get excited. It's been a couple years and I still get excited about parts that I make. I've been working on this panel for weeks and weeks and weeks on and off too.
Oh,
and I'm almost there. So this is also quite a big part.
Yeah.
And it has unique curves. And
I was going to say, it's got some funky curves.
Right? So, I mean, this matters. I saw it. It has the clearance where the machine, it's the machine. That little bit matters. So this was machine made because it's like from a newer jukebox.
Right.
So that one has to be kind of like dead nuts. So it's so exciting. I have a lot more, but I could show you it all day long. I've made like, I don't know, I'd never really counted yet, but over 100 parts so far.
I was going to say that would be interesting to count how many different parts you've re-engineered.
Different. But they don't just take a day to do.
No.
It that first panel literally took me 35 hours to design because I kind of pay attention to my time, so I know how to price.
Right.
30.
Absolutely.
Because I give myself extra time because I had to go and get the material. 35 hours it took me to design that part to get it right, even with all the fancy tools that I have.
That is,
crazy.
That is crazy. And that's good that you keep track of your time too, because some parts are going to be more, involved than others, like that one, it's got rivets versus, I've seen you had another one at another point that had some sort of nice rounded radius that you had to figure out, but it didn't have all those extra parts to it. So that one, The radius might have been more difficult to figure out, but it didn't have the extras, so you didn't have to do that. So it's definitely important to keep track of your software time. That's where your time's spent.
Yes, a lot of my time is spent because that took 42 minutes, I think it was, to run 2. So that breaking down,
Yeah.
if from start to finish, it takes, I think I figured it out to where it took about an hour for each one for cutting, sanding, prepping, and because it's for each part.
Right.
So I have it broke down to where it took almost an hour. Okay, so I smudged 12 minutes in there to make it an hour.
Right.
But an hour per panel.
Wow. Yeah.
So there we have it. Okay, what's next?
Ooh. So I figured this would be a good one to pull in. It's not necessarily next, but what software do you design with?
Da-da-da-da. I have Vectric Pro, but I have Aspire. So since I kind of got Aspire, I haven't touched Pro. It's like, oh, I can design, I can do this, and it's everything the same. And I don't really design yet in 3D, but I'm getting there. But yeah,
Yep.
no, Aspire, just because I wanted the possibilities to proceed.
Yep.
But Pro got me everywhere. Didn't need it. I still don't really need Aspire, but it's really nice.
Yeah.
It opens up a lot of possibilities.
Yes, ma'am, it does.
Yes, ma'am, it does, because it works with, I figured out, I have fellas that help me with Mark's group, but I can use Vectric, turn it into Lightburn, or make it into the bamboo or with the Tinkercad. So I can import my STLs and my SVGs or whatever those little letters are.
Yep.
Still
switch
design.
them right over. Yep.
So I can put it into Tinkercad or Lightburn. So I still have my base that I learned from it initially.
Your tools that you know. Yep. That is
Bam.
incredible.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
It's an amazing software.
I have an Ender, and it's just sitting over there taunting me to use it.
Enders are tinkery, constantly leveling the bed, constantly tinkering with the filament. It's constantly getting clogged. My experience with my Ender 3 was a nightmare. I ran it for 2 weeks and I got rid of it. I'm
Really?
like, this is stupid. And then I waited almost a year and a half, and I got the bamboo. Best decision I ever made.
Beautiful.
Best. I have so many things. Oh, it's just amazing. Liberty froze. Oh,
Sorry.
you better be. Did you get thingies? I saw you because I sent you guys those really cool little. They're addicting.
It's actually kind of funny because it's now like a secret language because there's like one in every room. So you hear one start in one room, and then you hear another one start in another room of the office, and then they'll all start going.
Oh, yeah,
It really does. It becomes a chorus.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, and it's a good tinkerer thing, and they're well made. I don't know who the file was, but it was cool.
I flipped mine backwards because I liked the shiny part that was on the heat mat better than I liked the top part that was showing. So I just go finagled it out of there and made it sparkle.
Oh, it did that? Huh.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. Yeah, so anywho, off topic, down a rabbit hole.
Hey, that's what we're here for. I love it.
So tinker with it. Tinker with the Ender. And
Yep.
tinker with it. Make it work.
So that's what I've heard a lot is a lot of the leveling the plate. And a lot of people like essentially they'll go from their ender to a bamboo.
See, now I think Jack has an ender. I don't know what series he has, but I'm pretty sure Jack has the ender also.
Still love my Ender 2 and Ender 3 printers. Okay, so
Oh,
Jack,
you
if
could add
I
something in there.
panic and message you, you know it's going to be about my Ender 3. But no, my friend who gave it to me is also a good source, but I'm just, I'm so intimidated and trying all these other things over here with the CNC. And I'm also trying to learn Aspire because I've got Aspire now. And I'm just like, ah!
Right? So that's where I was too. Okay, I have Aspire now. Oh, crap. Now Lightburn. Oh, crap. Now Tinkercad too. And now Meshy because I bought a 3D scanner.
Ooh.
Oh, I went down a big rabbit hole.
Do tell.
It's Garrett's fault.
Is
he still out there? It's his fault.
I don't know.
I'm serious. We talked about it on that last video, but that video that I watched, that's what made everything happen. I'm telling you.
Mm-hmm.
And then I met Mark, and then it's like, oh crap. You guys in this group are so amazing. Good family. Yeah, but go play with the 3D printer.
Yeah.
Yeah. And then get a laser.
Yes. I've even talked about, I was like, well, I can move my desk into there, and then we can put a laser here.
If it has an exhaust way, you must have an exhaust or a filter thing that they come with. Yeah.
Exhaust it right out the window. All right. What type of material do you use to make your jukebox parts?
Oh, well, hardwood, plywood. Seems like a lot of plywood. This is hardboard masonite, and it's one of my least favorite materials to work with. It's staticky, it's fuzzy, it's dirty. You don't wear a mask, you're going to regret it kind of like material. And it's terrible. But a lot of plastics too. Like, I don't even know what some of these plastics are that they give me. It's a lot of red plastic parts. Acrylic. Yes, all of them. Veneer, hardwood, plywood, all of it.
Definitely expect veneer.
I've used a lot of birch. I've used a lot of walnut, a lot of plywood, which I'm not a fan of, but for these particular parts, it needed it.
Yep.
Yeah. So I get to play with wood, but a lot of plastic.
And that answers that next question. Do you only work with wood or different materials?
See, no, this is one of my next projects.
Okay.
I have 5 different projects I'm working on. So this is some kind of plastic. I'm not really sure. So this is the original part. Some kind of red plastic. It's diffusey, some kind, I don't know. So now I made this part and it fits great. Perfect fit for the molding. But now I have to make a mold to bend this.
Bend it.
So it's a heat mold. So now I have to figure out how I'm still going to do the radius on this and what wood I'm going to use it with. So if you have any ideas out there for a heat mold, that would be great. It's going to be heat. So yeah, plastics.
Beautiful.
Like that.
Yeah, that's going to be interesting to bend that.
It's really easy. I took it under the hot tap water and I can bend it.
Oh, nice.
It's not going to be a hot heat.
Okay, beautiful. So then you can still handle it easily too around, during and after. Oh, there's an idea. 3D print the mold.
I do have some filament that'll take that heat, I have PETG, but I don't think so. I do have some AMS and some other kind of filament coming, and I thought about printing it. I did, but will the plastic, the filament, be able to take that kind of hold and repetition use?
Right.
And
Right.
how long is it going to take me printing something that at 100% infill versus slicing it and
Right.
dicing it on the CNC?
CNC. Mm-hmm.
What wood am I using? Am I using birch or am I using oak? Those are my two options because they're cheaper.
Yes. Software, we covered that.
Right?
Let's see. Will somebody please tell me the best bit to use to cut through carbon fiber? I have a 2-inch block I need to cut through.
I haven't messed with carbon fiber.
Neither have I. I'm going to Google it right now.
I have something that may be carbon fiber, but I've been afraid to use it because it looks weird.
I was going to say, we have a test beta bit in the back that we'll use on testing for carbon fiber. We don't know how well it's going to work
Is
yet.
that what that one is for?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
But that's still like a little ways out.
Yeah, still in testing phases. Will the edge hugger work on the digital wood carver machine? That depends upon your T-Tracks. We've put measurements of the nuts on the description of the product. So you can go there and check your measurement of your T-Tracks because so I use a different nut for the Shark Next Wave CNC. Whereas the standard nut that comes with it fits the IDC Woodcraft T-Tracks. Sorry, I lost that word for a second. Welcome to the show, David. Anytime you show up is when the party's starting. Ellen, could you share how you got involved in your journey? Sometimes people need a bit of inspiration. Ooh, this one's a good one.
It's a good one. It's a good one. So if you can't tell, I kind of I'm all over the place and I'm pretty loud. I'm pretty obnoxious. And, well, the long story short is because I can't keep my mouth shut, I was at a funeral and talking about the CNC and so excited about, oh my gosh, this is so cool. And my partner's cousin family member came up and chit-chatted, and it was kind of a good story from there. He's like, oh, you'll work for me someday. And I'm like, yeah, I doubt that. But yeah, I'm not working for him, but I make parts for him. So awesome. Yeah, he got a lucky girl. He got me.
He gotcha. Right place, right time.
Right. So yeah,
he's the auction.
He just got back from Europe or something for more jukebox stuff. That man is all over the place.
Oh my goodness.
Bluetooth stuff in his jukeboxes. It's pretty cool. But yes, when you're at a funeral, even that works because let your mouth fly.
Yep.
And some of these people don't really know who I am. So yes, I'm a little bit fruity, and I started this job from a funeral.
Yeah. You never know. You never know.
Right. I wish I would have all the same parts though, because, well, maybe not wish. That's not true. They started out with, can you make this rectangle? And I'm like, yeah, that was one of the first parts. And I'm like, out of plywood, and you want me to make a rectangle? I think I got that.
They sucked you in. They knew what they were doing. They sucked you in.
Make this too? And I'm like, I think I can. And now I'm thinking this last part, last Friday, I was in the shop and I'm like, Oh, and that last part you gave me, that is over my head. When they brought it in, I said, that may be beyond my pay skill. And then the fellas, and they're all like, you got this. Want to see this part that they want me to do? Sure you do. Why not? I'm ready for it.
Yeah.
Really quick while Ellen is grabbing that piece. Yes, the T-track nuts for the next wave shark track are sold out. However, I'm putting the purchase order together tonight after the live, and it should only take us like not even a few days to get that restock in from our supplier. So shouldn't be long at all.
Woo! Woo! All right, let's
Looking after hours again. I think she deserves another drink.
Not alcohol, but here you go.
Yeah, so this is what they bring me. And they want this on a file.
So that's like a plate cover front piece.
It's a front
type of
grill
dealio.
piece for a Wurlitzer. So it's double-sided.
Yep.
And it's very complicated. This one might take me a few weeks. If I do make it, it's a glue up all the way. I don't have to use plywood. I can use
nice
real wood.
Yes. Right. Yeah, you got that. You
got this. I got this. So that's why we got the 3D scanner, thinking maybe that might help.
Right.
Because it can maybe scan it. I tried that flat piece, and that did not work with a 3D scanner. And the software is way crazy. And I do have a shaper trace. And you know what you can print on your 3D printer? The bigger version of the shaper tracer, right? You got it. If you have a printer and you have the shaper tracer, you can make a bigger one. Why not? It works. You just have to mess with the different sizes, because it doesn't really bring in the sizes.
Right.
So, but yeah.
Awesome.
But that's a lot to be trying to trace, and it didn't get a very good picture, so I'm going to work around it. I'm going to use all my resources on this one.
Yep.
So, should be exciting. And I can say, nope, I couldn't do it.
So how is the 3D printer working out for you?
It's not even on. I was so mad. I was printing something while I was waiting.
Mm-hmm.
Mr. Bunny broke. I ripped him apart. It was a slinky thing, and I went wonk, and I said, "Aw, stupid PLA! I knew I should have used AMS or whatever those other numbers and letters are." So yeah, he's a cute bunny, but he is dead.
He's dead.
Sorry for any bad dead words.
All right.
The printer is like heaven. This has been my refuge. When I'm not doing this and I'm not doing that, this is almost always running.
I feel like I'm going to get in trouble once I get one running.
If you get one of these bamboos, guess what you can do? You can sleep. I have it on my phone, right?
Uh-huh.
So I'm out having fish dinner and having my drink, open up my phone, it's still printing. All right. Oh, crap, I got a clogged nozzle. Well, I'll have to get home soon. But you know what? It shuts off. The heat, everything.
It's not going to keep
off.
going.
It's not going to overheat unless something happens that's
malfunctions, right?
But it shuts itself off. Yay.
Wow.
Right. So I can sleep while it's printing, and it'll send me notifications on my phone, or I can be out and I can pause it from where I'm at. It's great.
Awesome.
Yeah. And
A friend of mine has one. I think that's what he has. We were over at his house a couple weeks ago. I don't know, but yeah, it was so cool to like watch it color switch. That was like my favorite part, the way it color switches with those nozzles. I don't know if I've not been around too many 3D printers, so I guess I may just be like a kid in a candy store, but
yeah, that's
was like,
the other letters.
that's got potential.
It has more than one nozzle. It's that HD, the other letters.
Yeah.
The other letters. But yeah, it's a rabbit hole. You get a CNC machine, then you get the laser, then you get the 3D printer, then you get this, and then you get that. No more rabbit holes. No more rabbit holes. I'm already going down another rabbit hole.
I was gonna say, you got the 3D scanner.
I have 4 fish tanks.
What do you got in the fish tanks?
I have a whole bunch of guppies. I have
Guppies?
ottos. I have amano shrimps. I have mystery snails. I have cherry shrimp. And I'm having my amano shrimp is pregnant.
No way!
It doesn't happen usually. I know it's a CNC thing, but amano shrimp generally don't, from what I know, they don't have babies, and my plants are flowering in my tanks because they're fully planted. So I 3D printed off some stuff with the PET G, and I got to put that in there, and it's wood, so it's cool. I got to build a frame around my tank.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, so I still got to use some of the,
Yeah, you still got to use your toys to feed your other
more
toys.
Rabbit holes. No more rabbit holes. No, Ellen does not want a lathe. Ellen does not want a lathe. No.
Oh my gosh.
What's
the name of your laser?
What is the name of my laser? We don't really know. It says automation, and it's the Rudio kind. It was a marketplace find. It's big. It's like a, see, where's the fellas? One of the big lasers, not the Thunder, but the other one that's like it.
I don't know enough
Big
laser
laser.
names.
It's not like one of those little kid tiny lasers desktop.
Right.
It's a commercial laser. It's 60 watt CO2, and I had to clean it, put new lenses in it, and we had to level out the CO tube, put an exhaust into it, and set it up with the light laser or the light burn, and this thing has run like a mule.
That's what we love to hear.
It comes in pretty nice, and if it doesn't come in nice, it's because it's me that didn't know what I was doing.
Right.
Oh,
That's what I said. I've heard it, and then I repeat it, is the machine will always do exactly what you tell it to.
when you change material, focus it again.
Yep.
Or if you,
Hi, Kizzy.
you cannot cut it like you cut acrylic. It's fine. I haven't had any fires yet, so we're good.
Is it the AP laser?
I don't think so.
Omtech?
It's like an Omtech, but it's the generic. Yes. Not Montport.
Okay, so like the Omtech. Cool. That's
Yes.
close enough.
Yes.
Jack, I got my cheap 60 watt big red laser before Omtech was a thing. All right.
Yeah. I got mine for a steel. A steel. It came with the rotary. It came with every single thing. The pumps, everything for $550. Yeah.
No wonder you jumped.
It went on Marketplace because we were looking for about 12 hours. It popped up, And my partner's like, we're calling right now.
Right now.
Right now. And if we would have waited 10 minutes, that laser would
gone.
not be in my garage.
Nope.
No. So, yeah.
Again, right place, right time.
Right
Look
place,
at you go.
right time. Because, and I wouldn't have a laser yet because that does not happen very often.
Right.
It came with some kind of manual, but it didn't. We had to have a little bit of jumping through hoops to hook it up, to figure out how to even hook it up and what we needed. And unfortunately, we needed the whole light burn package because it's a big machine. And I'm like, cost me more money, more software.
Mm-hmm. Another reason you needed to jump on that deal, because there were still more expenses to come behind it.
Yeah. So it runs like a horse. I've run this a lot of hours.
Yes, ma'am. Greg, I need to do a backlit sign with the letters cut through. What's a good font? I don't know. What kind of font you want to go with? That's very, I mean, if the things are going to be cut through, depending upon how thick your sign is going to be, you got to be careful about how small your parts on your letters are going to be. So that way you can get all the way through. I don't know. Go to fonts.
Yeah, some fonts do not work.
Yeah.
I know with like even for alphabet letters, like for puzzles, there are fonts that just will not work. There are fonts out there that won't be carved worth a darn either. So it's kind of like a trial and error thing. What are you looking for? And go with
what's your end result goal? What tools? How thick is your material, etc. Yep, exactly.
So yeah, Mark has a couple favorites, and I had a favorite, and I don't even remember what font name it is because I'm like, oh, that's pretty. Then I use it a lot, so you'd think I'd remember the name, but
right.
It's it's the one underneath. I know where it is when I see it.
Exactly. I need to go through and I need to clear out fonts in my computer. I feel like ones that I know aren't carvable, ones that are just repeats of themselves, and I'm only going to use, this one or none of them, what have you. That way I can like see the ones I'm downloading a little bit easier and, keep my favorites a little closer to the top, that kind of thing.
I go for the ones that are usually commercial free. There's nothing you can use them for everything. Otherwise, I don't play the game. I don't steal the fonts if it's for something that I'm selling.
Exactly.
Something I'm giving away, that's completely different.
And I just threw the link in for our font video.
I was going to say, we have a font video. It gives you links to things like 1001 fonts, DA fonts, and a couple more, and guidance on how to filter. So Ellen's right. When you're selling things, you got to be careful about your licensing, even down to the fonts. So in some of those websites, you can filter things down to unlicensed, free, blah, 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 free public use, so on and so forth. Cover your bases. Don't get yourself running into somebody pulling at your product.
The odds.
Right.
Somebody go, that's my font.
No, seriously, that's like how we have our branding for IDC Woodcraft. We actually have a paid use license for one of the fonts that we use on our documents and all of our printing. Yep. So it's like, I can't even remember how much we pay just to use the one font and be able to use the one font. So
with our stuffs, yep.
Fun times. Yeah. Don't get chased down by people. It's not fun.
It's not worth it.
Exactly.
I mean, if you're trying to establish your business and that's what you are going to do, you are going to be selling this, you better make sure you have your commercial license or permission, because that could jam you up, and all that hard work for what?
Exactly.
Cease and desist. I don't need to play it.
So with you, I know Liberty, probably the answer is no. I know Garrett's answer would be yes. Ellen, have you ever encountered a time where you were doing a project and then had to completely redesign it because you did use something that was licensed at all?
Yes.
Can you say what it was?
Sunflower. I continue. Nobody. I made a sign that I was unaware of the font. The lady said, "Oh, look at what I did. This, can you carve this for me? I had it on my Cricut and whatever." And I'm like, "And you have permission to use it?" She's like, "Yes." And I'm like, "Okay." So I carved it out for her, handed it to her. And then I'm like looking at her. She's like, "Oh, well, can you do that? You didn't pay for that font. So technically, I can't charge you for this, but I'm gonna."
Yep. Yep.
I'm gonna.
Okay.
You didn't
So
seek out the licensed,
I crossed
font.
the line not knowingly, but I should have known because, I've been doing this long enough to know that I stole this. If it was somebody else's file, you have to assume, right?
Right.
I guess that's what I'm always there. I'm like, if this is, yeah. So I don't even play with other people's files anymore.
See, and that's what you would love to assume. Somebody is coming to you like, "Hey, I've purchased, the permission to use this. Here you go." You would hope, but you really, it's not.
It's the same as file sharing. If you did not make that file, it's not yours to share. If you bought that file and changed it,
Yep.
just me. But
Hey, Cody.
How really do you guys read all these?
Honestly, I will say in the beginning, I spent a lot more time just staring at these, but now, like, I'll get distracted by the comments, but I kind of read them like as I go now. That's like a peripheral thing.
I'm very thankful for Julie.
Oh yeah, like I'm sure people are really like, because my eyes dart back and forth because I'm on multiple tabs, I'm checking multiple comments, I'm pulling question answers before we get to them, and I'm just like, my eyes are like nonstop.
Speedering 200 words per minute.
Yeah, just about.
just give me one.
Just about.
All right, Denise. I think it's Denise. Anyways, sorry. Approximately how much does one charge for special designs that take many hours? It's a good question. How'd you come up with your design time pricing?
At first, I called them up and I said, "What do I charge you?" For real. I said, "On this, how do I give you this invoice if I don't even have a clue? This is what it costs just for materials. This is how long it took. I mean, what are you thinking?" And I'm like, oh, okay, that works. The design time, I'm like, well, it took me really this long. Can I charge you $100 for this? He's like, yeah. I'm like, well, okay, that wasn't enough then. But charging design. Are you giving them the design when you're done? Otherwise, it's your design and that's just your project, right?
Right.
If I'm making a sign for a customer, a wedding sign, I did a text or whatever, and I didn't charge her for design time.
Right.
It was just a total work time. But I knew how long it took me, and I expected this. Right. So depending upon what you're doing for design, it's a hard subject.
Right.
For making parts, I charge a design fee. There is a minimum and there is not been a maximum yet. They'll tell me if it is. Or I'll say, is that too much? Because that's kind of how I am. I'm like, oh, I don't want to screw you. So, but you have to get paid for your design time if you're selling something also, but that gets incorporated into your price somehow, right? I don't know how that works because I don't generally sell signs and crafts.
Yeah, so if it's, something that you're designing and continuing to resell, I mean, you factor a portion of that in to a degree, but you're going to keep reusing it. But if that design time is only on that thing and only for that time, you've got to charge for your time.
Right. Like a wedding sign, for example. Tell them we had to license our font. Yes.
I was Garrett.
So this texting sign that I made for the wedding, that's $200. It was on hardwood. I had to design it, but I'm not going to say, oh, well, I needed to charge you for this and I needed to charge you for that. Here's the price.
Yep. Do you cut sample pieces first to verify before final version?
Yes. Multiples. I don't think you can see it. Maybe. There's a stack of plywood, MDF, and scrap wood that I just use depending upon the size of the materials. I use scrap wood and I run it. MDF is the best for me personally because I can put it down on here, I can surface it, and I know that I can run it through. And then if it's not right, if it's not too deep, which I don't, I can resurface it again, run it again if I absolutely had to.
Awesome.
Yes, multiple times. Do you do just a small carve on any of your signs or pre-tests on scrap wood when you're doing anything, Liberty?
Yes. So I use a lot of 2x4s for my scrap tests. I have just little chunks left over from other builds and other projects and stuff, like even my table build. And so I use 2x4s a lot, just cheap pine, I mean, what am I going to use a 6-inch piece of pine for otherwise, kind of deal. And then I also have a bunch of pieces from pallets that my brother cut down and sanded up and stuff that they're still fairly rough. And so I'll take pieces of those and, if I need it 2-3 inches, I glue it up to that point because they're just scrap pieces that, had been sitting in my parents' garage.
Nice.
Mystery wood. So, and some of it's not really in the greatest condition, so it's not really going to give the greatest result. But if I just need to see something, because I'm very, very, very visual. So if I just need to see something, I'm just I just need to see it. But I have been playing with using foam as well for a test thing because I can get the 1-inch thick green foam insulation from Lowe's. And there's obviously different thicknesses too that you could play with, but I've been using that to play with testing out carves too. And I'll just use an O-flute bit. So it does, yes, get a slightly different result than you would, but at least I can see sizing. I can hold it in my hand and then I can be like, okay, I want to adjust this, or this will be different when it's carved with the proper bit, yada, yada.
Does that give you more static?
And yes,
I haven't played with foam yet.
So there is quite a bit of static, but I was actually telling Alex Duffy and Alex Adams last night while we were recording for the What You Making Show podcast, which we'll be releasing next Wednesday. But I was telling them, I was like, I felt like a child because I loved the mess of the foam. And honestly, it really wasn't too bad to clean up. It was with the O-flute bit, it gave fairly nice chunks for the most part. So, and it swept up pretty well. The static was kind of crazy, but it settled down. I don't know.
Nice.
It didn't shoot off my machine like crazy, so.
Yeah, I see me with foam and I see foam everywhere.
Adam had to keep pulling foam out of my hair. Oh, and it blended in too.
Yeah. It's like, I don't know about that one. CNC Labs, I think it was, did like a really huge model in foam too, and I'm like, ooh, yeah, yeah, that's some thick foam.
Yep.
Long mill. I don't know. Was it CNC? Maybe. I watched too many videos.
If your model is getting cut too shallow, how do you increase the depth of cut in your toolpaths?
There's a Z setting in your properties. If you go, I don't have my, it takes up so much stuff that my Vectric does not run very well. But
yeah,
and I haven't really played too much with 3D modeling. I'm assuming that's what it is, that they're bringing in a model. But if you go to your properties, you'll be able to adjust it there. Or if you're in your 3D, like little window thing, you can click on those little notey things and you can adjust it there.
Yeah.
So that's how I would increase. Oh, increase the depth of cut. Is that? Maybe I read it wrong.
I would say, I mean, if it's not a 3D model, 100%. If it is, that could help, could not.
If my model is getting cut too shallow, I'm thinking if it's
like, I'm thinking, is it a profile cut that we need to increase deep depth of cut, or is it a model that where you need to adjust your Z planes and things like that?
Because if it's it should say on your like work setup thing, your tool path, that's going to tell you your depth of cut.
Yeah.
But is it 3D modeling that kind of does it for you though? If it's in the model, depending upon your properties. Other than that, I'm just rambling.
I was going to say, I think you're right. With the 3D side of it, it would be adjusting the properties because you've got you can raise the model up, bring the model down, things like that. But if it's just a regular cut, you've got to increase your cut.
Yeah, that's when I look up Kyle's course or Mark's course or just yell for help.
Yep. Ellen, do you ever get the urge to just make yourself a jukebox from scratch?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I'm like, oh, I have a 3D printer now. I can make some plastics and I can make a jukebox because the company that I make these parts for also have like these Wi-Fi, all these components that I could make it fit. They would make it fit somehow.
Right.
I don't know any about that wiring. The schematics on the wiring on these things are crazy. So that's like a whole different ball game, but I can totally, yes, I want to make one. I have a jukebox in my living room that I've had for 2 years saying, I'm going to redo this. I'm going to redo this. I have it taken apart and some of the parts made, but it's not going to ever get done. And it's never going to.
It's still going to sit there and stare at you while you prioritize other things. Yep.
Next.
Liberty, can't you get a laser accessory attachment for your Next Wave CNC? Yes, but I have also heard things like this from Jack and others, and he can elaborate in the comments, but he advises against the laser add-ons for the CNC. The first issue I see is with your exhaust and your airspace and quality of life and all that. So that's the one thing that I do know of that is why it's advised against. If there's more, Jack will elaborate in the comments, I'm sure. What's the radius that you want to bend? Oh, that red piece.
That red piece. I don't know yet.
Don't know the radius yet.
It's really this is just a piece that they gave me, and there really isn't one. So I have to just keep carving it and carving it until it's right. So I'm thinking 2-rail sweep, or I am going to make it into a model from the components somehow. And then I'll have to slice it because it's so thick, because it'll have to come from this base so it sits in it somehow.
Mm-hmm.
And it's too thick. Even with an extended bit, I just don't want to be dangling bits. If I don't have to dangle my bit, I don't want to do it. See this sticker? You see that?
Yeah.
You know, I still use this. I still look at it going, okay, where is it? Where is it?
And let me throw in the link for that lovely chucking guide that she's referencing there.
Yes, ma'am.
I use it.
That is, you get the best quality, the best life. You're less likely to have things flying in your face.
Yeah, I'm a dangling
Malfunctions,
bit
ruined
girl once in a
projects.
while.
Yeah.
It's like,
It happens.
I need 1 3/4 inches for this, and I have 1 1/4 inch bit. I won't tell you that I did it. You just kind of,
I didn't hear it.
just slow it down and pray.
And Garrett brings in a good point. Hit that thumbs up button, folks. Let me see. I haven't refreshed mine in a bit. We've got, mine's going to be slow, I'm sure Julianne has it right. We've got 215 people on and 95 likes. Let's get those likes in there. Let's make Ladies Night a wonderful thing and keep coming back for more. We've got all the information. We got more of the personality and every single rabbit hole you can guess, because that's what we're going to be.
Oh, yeah, I can't.
All right.
I'm just going to rely on you.
Yep. Where do you source your plywood?
Bay Ridge Plywood in Green Bay. Hochu, Hoochie, Hocho.
You making hooch?
Hooch. Hookah. Hookah.
It all sounds good.
Exactly. I've not heard one bad thing.
I know.
So, yeah, that's Uchu hardwood. I requested a very specific size, because why go through all that work to plane it down when they just did it? And it was so nice. It took a little while to ship here, even though it's like real close to me. The quality of this wood was great. The measurements on it, I didn't have to like reset my Z every time, because I knew that that was going to be what they said. This Bay Ridge Plywood in Green Bay, I think they do online sales too, but the range of wood that they have, and I've like, hey, do you got this? And I'm like, oh, by the way, I'm coming. Oh yeah, we know your voice. I'm like, I'll be there in 40 minutes. Don't sell it. Because they had birch plywood, Baltic birch plywood, but it was backwards. So the grain was going the wrong way, and it was on sale. And I'm like, on sale means must buy.
Thank you, Oz. $20 donation tonight. If you'd like to donate to our show, it goes towards donations to many charities, as well as nights out for us, evenings, having dinner as a staff. We donate to places like Wounded Warriors, St. Jude. We've got a list of never-ending places to donate to. So hit that button right where you can comment. There's a little $sign, and you can choose your donation. You can even send a little sticker with your donation, and it'll dance in the comments. All right. Can roundover bits work on corian? I don't know. I have corian to play with. Do you know?
I have no idea.
I have no idea.
And when somebody else was talking about it, I probably was going, shiny.
Shiny.
But I did see a comment in here. You could use the shaper trace and use the arc on a piece of paper and use the shaper to trace the import. That's where I was going. Yeah.
Yep.
So
right.
Brandon Moore says yes. Rick Jackson says yes. So you got some round over bits to use on Corian now.
Yes, my favorite bit.
I heard it cuts like butter.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I hear.
That's what I heard.
Yep.
That's what I hear.
I'm like, oh, could you imagine if it does cut like butter and then the smoothness that must be? Yeah.
Oh, I
Yeah.
can't wait.
I can't
wait.
I'm a nerd.
What do you use to seal the wood before you do epoxy so it does not bleed out?
I use shellac. And I don't even know. It's a bullseye something. None wax.
What do you use to seal and paint MDF?
I use shellac. I use
Shellac.
Yeah.
All the way?
Do you know if
do you know if Lightburn will work with the next wave laser? I do not know. I believe their laser systems are within their stuff. So, I mean, I don't know. I haven't looked into it because that's the thing is I don't want to take up my CNC with a laser. So I mean, between that and the other issues that can come with having a laser on your CNC, I don't see myself getting it. I would rather get a separate system. Jack says, no, it will not.
Oh, and
So
Jack,
there you go.
oh, he's a brilliant man.
Yep. I was just like kind of waiting for his comment to come through. Jack, help us out. All right. Has anyone ever used the IDC 1-inch surfacing bit for leveling an epoxy river table? I had to use a 3/4 inch end mill, which I already have, and I'm already looking for something bigger. Yes.
Yeah.
People use the 1-inch and the 1.5 inch to surface epoxy all the time.
Happen to have both of them. Huh. I actually like the 1-inch better sometimes for certain things.
I've used the 1.5 inch once, and honestly, I don't know. I feel like I have a little bit more control with the 1 inch.
I have a little more control with the 1 inch, and my dust boot fits on it.
Ah, there you go.
So yes, you can. I take very light passes.
Beautiful. If your carve is coming out too shallow, how do you increase the depth? We already covered that one.
Oh, but this is a different question.
Wait, coming out too shallow, increase the
how
depth
do you,
of the
we
model.
did look at that. But if it's coming out too shallow, I had to see, I knew I had to, it's your depth of cut. If your carve is coming out shallow, the other person had model, so maybe he came in with a different question. If your carve is coming out too shallow because you're not going deep enough, how do you increase the depth of the model? It's going to be in your tool path. If it's just a straight carve, and you're going to be able to set, if it's a, let's say it's a pocket. Let's go with a pocket tool path. It's going to have a start depth and it's going to have a cut depth. And that's where you can change that.
All right. We're going to do one more and then see what Julianne has in store for us. Stubbs' mom, I was listening in my car. Whoever asked about the DWCT tracks, standard track nuts fits it. Beautiful. Thank you. Appreciate that.
We do still have those in stock, at last I checked. Unless they've already sold out since the beginning of the live.
Right. I have not checked since then.
All
right, Julianne.
Woot. Okay, you guys. We're doing it easy peasy tonight. We've got a lovely giveaway, which I'm sure all of you have been waiting all night for. Not just to see us, you know. Anyway, let me pull this up. If you are new here, I don't know if I've seen any new people. I know I've had a couple people ask if this happens every week, and it does. You get to see our lovely faces. But yeah, so if you're new, you are going to enter the little bitty, it's tiny code this week that you're about to see on your screen into the YouTube chat. And this will enter you to win a lovely IDC Woodcraft gift card that, if you want edge huggers, you can actually use a gift card on the edge huggers.
Yeah.
Or anything else.
I'm putting my name in the hat.
All right, go for it.
I think I saw Jack's comment too when I said he's a genius. He's like, I got her fooled. And I'm like, no, you are.
I saw that. While those are popping in, we can throw a few more through here.
Go for it.
Sherry Daly. Hi, how you doing? Can you take a picture of the part and put it in Vectric and trace it out to start out?
You can. Pictures for me distorts it. It kind of gives you the shape. Unless you have like really good photo skills and computer skills of importing the perfect picture of the whole high definition, or all those numbers letters that I don't know.
Yep.
I have like as a reference, yes. For what I do, not really. Because a photo, you still have to have the measurements. So I use photos as reference. Do you use photos?
I don't. Nope. No. I mean, I've only recreated a couple of things, and I didn't have to be very exact. Well, actually, no. I will say the one place I do use a photo is with the shark tooth tool. I'll photograph like, which this is actually a video I'm kind of working on, but the design that I've made on my notebook, because again, it doesn't have to necessarily be an exact sign, and I'm using that picture to trace it out with the shark tooth tool to do like a marker outline.
See, now Becky created a whole 3D model from a picture.
Really?
Yeah. Wow. It's just like, how did you? So I've seen people do it. And Easy Create, you can use photos with Easy Create.
Right.
And you can use photos with Sketch Carve. And somehow with Vista Sculpt, somehow with photos, but.
Beautiful. Have you ever tried carving out fishing lures?
No, but I'm thinking about printing some molds for fishing lures.
Yeah, and I know exactly who's asking this, and I've thought about it.
Carving them looks fun, though, but they're so tiny.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, that's a tiny carve. How?
We have to use a V-bit on that, like to get all the little gills.
I'm thinking like a 15-degree V-bit, and it's going to be like a little needle, and I can buy a lot of fishing lures.
I would say what I would love about that would be the paintwork afterwards. I would love the paintwork afterwards.
I'd eat the paint somehow.
I love brush. Do you need to get a license for things created by AI? I don't think so. I think I kind of agree. I saw this discussion going on earlier, and I kind of agree with Jack, but I'd say do your research, is that it kind of becomes public use once you use AI to create it. AI created it. You did not. So but then once you take it out of that, I don't know.
Did you create Mickey Mouse, or what are you trying to copy?
It's like
into it. Did you change it enough? Is it a certain logo?
There's got to be more information for it to really be a yes or a no, you know. Line.
For me.
Yep, I agree.
Give that answer. AI is yours. That's what you prompted it into. It's yours. But did you ask it to
Did you use it to recreate something? Did you put your
Harley
design in?
Harley Davidson, Disney? Is it off of that? Because if it's still representing that particular character, it's still a gray line for me.
Exactly. Yep. We kind of answered this. We kind of answered that. All right. I'm having trouble making an island pocket with the state of Texas with a crisscross of a tomahawk and an arrow. Okay. Island pocket with the state of, like a pocket in an island? Or an island pocket?
Right.
I'm thinking a pocket in an island with the state of Texas with a crisscross of a tomahawk and an arrow. What, going through Texas? So are we talking like an inlay?
Oh, making an inlay pocket, an island pocket. I don't even know what an island pocket is.
Here's what I would do, Broken Oak Woodshop, is I would post a photo of what you're trying to do in the CNC Entrepreneurs and explain it a little bit there with photos, and they might be able to help you there. Unfortunately, we can't put pictures in the comments. Otherwise, like I would be like, yeah, like we can help you out with pictures. But I would say go to the CNC Entrepreneurs and post your pictures there. There's quite a few people there that with loads of knowledge. Oh, good. Garrett was helping. Awesome.
Nice.
All right. What's the difference of start depth and cut depth? Very good question. Your start depth is where your cut starts. So, for example, this. So if you're wanting to just cut out, like, or actually say you've already cut out this handle of this. You've already cut that out. So you go to cut out this with a different bit. Your start depth, you're already down here. So that is your start depth. And this is your cut depth. Same example could be if you're starting at the top. Your start depth is the top of your material. And it's the measurement of your material. That's your start depth. Are you starting at the top of the material, or have you already cut some of the material and you're starting halfway in? So you're not wasting that time going in. Your cut depth is then, again, that measurement of how deep you are going to cut, not how deep you are starting. I think that was an okay explanation.
Nope.
I'm working on it. I need to have better like pocketed responses and examples for certain things that are reoccurring.
And that's what I would have exampled it off of a pocket. Let's say you're doing a pocket. I'm cutting a 1/4 inch depth into this pocket, but that's only my first pocket, and I'm cutting deeper for the next for texting on texting. I'm not going to want to cut air for that first section, so I'm going to start from where that next pocket is and then finish
from that bottom of that next pocket.
Cutting air.
Yep. All right. Are we ready to roll, or do we want to do this last question?
Let's do the last question. I can't leave it hanging out there.
Yeah, I figured. All right, Lisa, when using Easy Create, sometimes I get a raised edge around my carve. How do I eliminate this issue? So my thought, I've heard Garrett answer something similar like this before, would be putting a boundary, setting the boundary for your model. And that will eliminate that edge. So yeah, that's my thought, is put a boundary around the model.
And this is
even trace boundary, and that will, and you can offset in maybe. Because I know Garrett was having some issue with that. Hey, Mark!
like Mark Lindsay,
Mm-hmm.
like my man.
Like your man.
He's
The person that gets you into a bunch of trouble.
oh, rabbit holes. Rabbit
Yeah.
holes. That group just rabbit holes.
They're creative holes. You get
Yeah.
ideas out of the rabbit hole.
It's
It's a
not their
wonderland
wallet.
down there.
It's not their wallet. They can spend all my money. Just easy. Oh, well, you just need that. Thank you.
Ellen, my favorite rabbit hole buddy.
It does like, oh, okay, shiny. Oh, rabbit holes. No, Ellen does not want a lathe.
But you have to complete the shop with every single tool there is.
Well, I have a rotary for the laser as soon as I figure out how to use it, Jack. And that'll probably be who I ask. And I'm like, well, what else is next? What else do I need? Ellen wants
Yeah, I'm
a
an expert in
lathe.
spending other people's money.
Well, Kurt keeps taunting me, a friend of mine. His wife is doing all that. Oh, yes, I want a lathe. I see some of the stuff that they're making, bowls and stuff, and I'm like, come on. Bolts? You can make bolts with a lathe. Or a rotary. That's what I'm. Yeah, I want a rotary too.
Yeah.
But not really. No. A lathe would be fine.
Well, let's see if Ellen gets pulled up as a winner on our giveaway here. And
Come on.
Maybe she'll get a few more bucks.
All right, you all. Here we go.
I
We've got
I
100.
want a second 3D printer. It's already in the cart.
Oh my gosh. We've got 151 people entered here. All right, the way this works, it's going to roll. Don't get excited until you see confetti. So here we go.
I would have a lot more money without rabbit holes, Rich.
Sculptor
Ooh.
art.
That's a newer one too. So
I
yeah.
know. All right. Yeah, I've never seen that screen name before. Awesome. I was going to say, I wonder if they made that on a lathe. Anyway, so you guys, you are going to go to idcwoodcraft.com. You're going to hit up that contact us page, and I'm going to need your real name and your email address. That way I know who I'm talking to and where I need to send this lovely gift card to. And I mean, I'm kind of feeling generous. Do we want to roll it again?
I want to do it again.
All right, you guys,
Let's do it again.
Let's let it
Roll
out.
it.
We're going wild. We're going to draw one more.
We got to make up for the weeks we didn't.
Oh, yeah,
Yes.
exactly. Totally. All right, here we go. I think I just saw Ellen pass by.
Oh, no.
What? I did.
Oh, there's 2 towers.
And Lon McClure.
Congratulations.
We will get you guys your gift cards, and you can get those used up for whatever you so shall please to buy from idcwoodcraft.com.
And they're so shiny. I
Yes,
have lots of these.
My grandfather told me that when you have tools that fix tools, you finally made it.
Well, isn't kind of that what we have Cody for, to just print more?
I was going to say, we kind of have tools that make more tools. So does that count?
I mean, it should.
I think it all evens out in the end.
I know that I can print nuts and bolts, and if I get a lathe or a rotary, I can make more nuts and bolts. And if I get, more tools,
I'll take it kind of counts.
good.
All right. Well, I think this is the first night that we're going to be ending right on the dot, unless you guys have anything else that you want to ask or anything we all have to share, or I don't know. It's pretty much just open for the next few minutes, you guys.
What's Liberty working on?
Yeah.
What am I working on? So, okay. I'll show y'all. I am working on a dice tower right now. This is what's got me hung up. But I wanted to be like, okay, I wanted to A, make the file myself, and B, I wanted to do it without any 3D modeling.
Tricky.
Yeah. So I kind of think I chewed off more than I can eat, but we'll see. So this is what I've got so far. This is 4 levels. This is the stairs. So this is like the body of it. So what I've got to figure out, or what I'm trying to figure out, and it's a tool path issue, I guess, for the top and the bottom of where it kind of comes out and then where it goes in. So right now I'm fighting with like the little, I don't know, what do you call those? Like the little things that stick out of the tops of castles, you know, like the little posts
that stick out at the top of the castles.
Yeah, the little things. So I'm working with.
I call them the little things that stick out on the top of the castle.
Yeah. And then the bottom, I'm thinking it's going to end up having to be some sort of molding tool path to give some, like a little ramp, maybe.
Shoot.
So it can come out into like a little tray. Yeah. So that's what I'm working on.
In there, is that glued pieces?
Yes.
Each slice is about what, a 1/4 inch?
Each slice is 3/4 of an inch. So making each step about 1/4 inch. And I used my Dremel to get into the stairs and round them a little bit so the dice will roll better. And then each piece is actually a glue up itself. It's a piece of cedar on top, and then a mystery. What did they say it was last night? They were saying it looked like I don't know. There's like a wide grain, is what Alex was saying.
Did they say oak?
Yes, thank you.
White oak?
Probably. Yeah, so that's what they were guessing it was white oak. So that's the thing is I never know what I'm using. I never know what I'm using, y'all. So then I've got a hole down the middle of each piece here, and I'm going to use like a dowel to like do the middle, and then obviously they'll be glued like on the edges here too, but that way the dowel just kind of keeps them together, and then I can work on centering because it's like a hexagon. So
it's going to make a really cool sound going down.
It's gonna sound like a teenager.
It's gonna make you want to put the dice in the top just to hear the noise.
Yes, and then I've got one more thing that I think people will be fairly happy about. Not necessarily something I've worked on, but an upgrade in my shop.
Bam, same thing.
Yeah!
Yeah!
I love it. And this was it's got like this like nice silicone lining. So it forms well. It doesn't squeeze too much to where I'm like in pain, but like it also just sits perfectly. So I'm excited. I look like a little alien, but it's fun. Exactly. I've only got one set of lungs. Gotta protect them. I know. I'm trying to make safer body choices. For a long lasting.
Earplugs. I have them like all over the place too. Earplugs.
Okay.
The decimals are just crucial.
Yep.
Shop safety. All right, you all. I know we've kind of had some ongoing conversations going in the comments, and you guys can wrap those up as we hop off. And we thank you all for joining us on this lovely ladies' night. We congratulate Sculptor Art and Lon McClure again for their gift card wins.
Yeah.
And we will most definitely be pulling Ellen back on for another ladies' night sometime soon. And Liberty's got some invites out there. So
we've got invites out there. Never know what kind of guests we might be able to bring on.
Yep.
Right?
But we
Talk
are
about
running
what
it next
happens
week.
when it
so-
goes sideways. Maybe we'll have to squeeze this in. I ramble too much.
No, it's all good.
I'm like, oh, I could show this. This is what happens when you use the wrong bit.
Yes.
Let's see. Well, we'll do what goes wrong next time.
But
what do you do with your scrap
when
project?
you use the wrong bit,
Yes.
bad things happen.
All right, you all. Well, thank you for joining us as always. It's been wonderful. Your questions are always welcome. You're always welcome. And we will see you again next Wednesday. So have a good one.